Yeah. Yeah. Shit. Grams leaders CC's, pounds. Close cash, close call, close encounter, close up, pounds of liters of grams, get your dose up, cut this up, post up, and get dosed up. This for them voted like the movie, make the most of. Monday night at 8, I can't wait to set you straight. These opinions and debates, for them folk they can't relate. I gotta elevate your mind through these signs of the time. Dishing out that medication for that deaf, dumb and blind. And I ain't hard to find, you can catch me in no trenches. I do the groundwork and I ain't waiting on no sense. I be touching on them topics politicians fail to mention. And I don't vote for nobody that ain't got good intentions. I'm relentless for my people and I'm here to make a change. I got that truth serum hooked directly through your veins. Hey, this is for my people, tune in, catch a close up, close up, close up, a close up, grams of it, tune liters of it, close up, pounds of it. Pounds of it, yeah, grams of it, liters of it, pounds, get your dose up, dose up, dose up, dose up, dose up.
Okay. That's real subtle. We drop them bombs on you, you know what I'm saying? Gap band style.
That's right.
So what's happening, y'all? This is Dosed Up. I am your host with the most, Sharpshooter, aka Dose. The guy that just dropped them bombs and that has them sound effects going in the background for you is DJLAB.
That's right, that's right.
We back at it on another Monday.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And as we usually do, we do weekend recaps.
That's right.
And this weekend was pretty good. It was great. I was outside, as they say, you know.
Okay.
Had a studio session. You know what I'm saying?
In them streets.
In them streets. But also what I've been doing like now, man, although I had a studio session, it was kind of like a helping session too, man, because within that session I let one of my partners get a song of his off.
Okay, okay.
A personal song he wanted to do.
Okay. So you shared your studio time with him.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to MP Nario, shout out to Britt, shout out to Dave, shout out to Credo Clay, shout out to Ray, shout out to Hawk. They all came through, you know. We made a little bit of magic in that studio.
Okay.
You know, I pretty much set this one up, meaning like, so I text them all selectively and they showed up.
Oh, okay.
That was a pretty good thing. Like everybody that I wanted to come came through.
So you text them individually and all of them that you text showed up.
And so, with that being said, Ray doesn't really do music. He does more acting than music, but he showed up anyway.
Oh,
because,
okay.
We're starting to get him like doing kind of like skits on like interludes and things like that. You see?
Oh, okay. You know back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm a little older than you.
Yeah.
Back in the day, when you used to go buy your favorite your artist tape, they would have skits on their CDs, like on their tapes or their CDs. I know I'm sounding old, but that's what we used to buy back then.
Yeah.
And you used to get like a 2 or 3 minute interlude, or 2 or 3 minute skit where they talking about something that about how they made the album or something. So yeah.
So that's art. Like
you gonna bring that
art.
back?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, that That ain't yeah. I got all that in my shit.
Okay.
But I say that to say that when he showed up, you know what I'm saying, he would pull me to the side and say like, one of the things that he liked most about the session is how I treat the people that I invite, and like how I value them and their time and the craft of what everyone puts into it and what I have going on.
Right.
Like he was like, it's kind of like the true definition of a team because you're selfless, meaning like everyone in here gets the benefit and it's like you provide.
Right.
And so he was just like, you know, I don't see that everywhere I go.
Right.
But he said, but now that I see that, I understand if I recognize that in anyone else, I'm going to try to link you all together.
Okay.
So that once again goes back with our communicating and networking as well too. But yeah, I heard that. So yeah. I'm getting used to that. I like that. I'm getting used to that new phone sway, That's, and then something else gonna start. And then now you're gonna get a breath of fresh air coming in.
I'm glad you like it.
But yeah, the camaraderie, man, that and the team and the movement that I'm building, man, is great because we got women and men in this. You see what I'm saying? So you have both that energy in doing business and in doing art. And it's a wonderful feeling because one, it attracts more now. You know, a lot of the times women can pull off things that I can't. They can get in places that I can't.
Right.
For me, I think they're excellent in how fast you get results.
Okay, so they a collaborative. They can do the collaborative.
Plus they're
able to pull some stuff together for it.
And if we talking about singing or something, I can't hit them notes. You know what I'm saying? Or just a sound that they bring, that vibe, that energy, man. Like shit, I like women. I love women. I like to keep them around me. So to do business with them is even better.
But it also makes the guys in there more energized and more willing to try a couple more things because they see the ladies looking and they don't want to sing like.
Yeah, but not only that too. I'm glad you mentioned that because when we get these things on film and footage of it, I don't want them, I want everybody to watch it. I don't want, man, there ain't nothing but a bunch of dudes in there. Like, man, we create, you know what I'm saying? We got some women in here too, like, for my vibe.
Right.
So, that's how my studio sessions be. Like, I have to say, this was my studio session that I set up. I can't promise that for every studio session, you know what I'm saying? That has to deal with, like, a grind time.
I'm sorry.
A grind time artist. I guess he liked the way this thing smell over here, too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so
sorry about
with that being said, basically he was just letting me know I kind of wanted to do this episode about value, man. If people can determine by my actions that I'm valuable, first of all, to them, and that I value what they have going on, I value everyone in that room, and I'm considerate of them. It's basically giving me blessings and helping me go further. So I want to talk about that.
Okay.
I want to talk about, like, what do we value? Because I did, morals and values and that, in episodes before. But I didn't just break down, you know what I'm saying?
We didn't really go into values.
Exactly.
We went into more morals than we did values. We didn't break down the aspect of valuing something and what do you value as an individual, because we were more focused on morals on that episode.
Exactly. But and one of the questions that I bring up, or I would ask, and I know this really actually don't apply to me. It might change some of my values, but it's like, who would you be, or who are you without, money?
Okay.
It's because if you value money,
right,
you see what I'm saying, which is a lot of people do. Most of the time when people talk about value, it's like a price or something or a cost to it, but it's not to me. It's more like what you cherish, or kind of like
do you think it's a I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off. Do you think it's a value when we talk about value, but do you think it's a cost and a price affected to things that they want you to do as far as your time? Because to be honest with you, time is the most precious commodity. So there's a value of that, and that's a commodity. So there is a price to that. Because if you waste time, you can't get it back. You get what I'm saying? So certain things that we may see not as necessarily as a commodity can be a commodity, because if you waste time with someone else doing this, like somebody calls you over to do a studio session, and you get over there and they not ready, or and it's 2 or 3 hours in. Those are 2 or 3 hours you could have been spent doing something else, working on a movie, working on the script, spending time with your daughter. So that time is valuable, and it's a commodity, and it has value because you could use that somewhere else. So
now then, I'll just go to like, okay, so do you value time, or do you value your family? You value materials, or value enlightenment? Time is the most precious to me, because without time, you ain't gonna be able to spend no money anyway.
Right.
But what I see a lot of people doing is valuing money over morals, or over value,
over everything.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, he got some money, so or oh, she got money, or oh, it costs this much, so it got to be good, or things like that.
You are 100% right. That it costs this much, so it's got to be.
Yeah,
good.
I mean, and that to me, like, is poor judgment.
They did a. I'm sorry.
No, keep
They did an experiment of shoes. and they put a high price tag on these shoes, $700-800, $1,000, and people were in there like, oh, these are great shoes. They didn't tell anybody. They were just coming in like a boutique.
Yeah.
Oh, these are great shoes. I could tell they made very well.
Yeah.
I could tell they nice, and the price on them was $1,000, $800. And then at the end of the experiment, the people in the store said, hey, these are all Payless shoes. We like you just said, they did put that high price on them, not knowing who they were, where they were made, or anything. Just because they were high price, they assumed that they had a high value.
So some people value covering their feet, and some people just want the next best thing. You see what I'm saying? That's what their value is in. What do other people want, or how much can I pay for it, or can I get something that someone else has to pay a lot for? Like that it's that's more competitive than value. It's like that's why I think it's like a lot of psychological. It's psychological, to be honest with you, when you start doing that. Yeah, because you can predict what people gonna spend if you value materials, but you can't predict what a lot of people are gonna do if their values can't be bought.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying? Like, and that's what scares people. You see what I'm saying? When you can't be bought, but you got values and morals. Now it's like, how can he be controlled? That's really what I'm getting at.
Okay.
But we're gonna still just go down these values because a lot of the times you need to know like why certain things are wrong or why certain things are happening, because what you value in it, what you believe in it, what you put in your energy into. Okay, so like the second thing I was going to say, and we can take some time on this one, and that was a lot of people focus so much on the generational wealth that they overlook the generation. And what I mean by that is you out here trying to grind so hard and make this money, you haven't even raised your child properly, or our child out here getting drilled and smoked and ain't even living to be able to spend the generational wealth you made because they in jail somewhere or unalive. So it's like, okay, generational wealth that you done created, and possibly they gonna blow it because they ain't got no value. They don't value anything hardly anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not teaching them. Because you just want money, so they don't know how to make it. You know. Then I look at like you look at some of them are privileged. You see what I'm saying? Because of like just privilege simply because you got a cell phone now. I would say that's kind of privilege as a child to have all these things. You see what I'm saying? And then they get into getting behind that and valuing that.
What they see on it. Let me ask you a question on the generational wealth thing. Do you think that people who are trying to get the generational wealth so hyper focused on that aspect, and you know, when you're doing something that you're self-focused on it with blinders on, something else is going to be sacrificed.
Oh, clearly.
And they think that a lot of times that, and you tell me what you think, they think a lot of times that because they are getting the wealth and they're accumulating wealth and it's going to be generational wealth, that that should be able to pacify the child and steer the child in the right way.
So the main thing, or the main focus and goal, I would think, of generational wealth is for, first of all, the generation to be alive to and well and being able to sustain your wealth. So they gotta learn damn near what you know. You can't just sit back and just neglect them to make the money, and then next thing you know, they're not even around either to enjoy it or to spend it. They don't know how to, or they don't know how to survive. They just got money. Or eventually what'll happen is you'll have what's happening, a generation of people dressed like I don't know what, but can't save a soul. Can't build nothing.
I get what you're saying.
Can't grow nothing.
But willing to do anything for that dollar.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So
I think a lot of times we get hyper focused on the value, and we talked about this on another show on Changing Lives. He says that, you know, we focus on trying to get generational wealth and focus on that so hard that we may not, you know, we may sacrifice spending time with the kid, and the kid may not even care about that generational wealth. They may not even care about trying to take forward what you're building. You get what I'm saying? They may not have no interest in that. They may have more interest in spending time with you and just, you know, being around you as much as possible. As their father, their mother, their parents all together. You get what I'm saying? You build all this wealth, and then when they get 21, 22, they're like, I don't want to do that. That's what you wanted to do.
Well, also what we're seeing is that men with money are being valued. So when you have that, you have like the Nick Cannons and you have like the Cam Newtons that can have multiple kids and be considered thinking that it's successful because you can afford them. But emotionally, while you can't pay for emotions and you can't pay for not being in a person's life, something gonna be sacrificed, because there you go, you said the time. So if you really value time and you value family, does it make sense to create a family that you can't always be around?
Right.
And this is what's beginning to be trending or popular.
Do you think they would be seen as great fathers if they didn't have the money?
No.
Do you think that people would be praising? Well, I don't know if people necessarily praising them, but they're not giving them that much grief for having so many children by multiple women. Do you think that if they were just regular 9-to-5 guys, that they would be, that they wouldn't be?
Actually, they could be better depending on, because you ain't taking away, like, if you're a regular 9-to-5, then you're not traveling all over the place. You didn't go to all those games, so you got actually all that time that Cam spent in the gym and doing all that other stuff. You got time to spend that with the kids, but it still wouldn't make sense realistically to create the situation he has. He has multiple mothers to, you know what I'm saying, with it. So, no, because you're gonna be stretched out with your child support, and then you're not going to be around all them kids. So, like, I mean, I just call it what it is, and I use logic. So
they say kids cost a lot, but I'm just saying, like, the 9-to-5 part. Like, what's being 9-to-5?
Well,
people
now
probably would say to us,
changing.
that's not responsible to have all those kids. You can't afford to take care. That's be the first thing people say out their mouth.
But didn't that just change the value already? Like, I value family bond over money.
Right.
So, I would think that my bond would be stronger if I can be around them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Or if I can support them, if I can help them. That's where the money comes in. But now, what is my family bond gonna be like if I got multiple kids? First of all, spread out, and then I can't even afford them. Like, so, and then I like to say what I can do for the child that I have and live up to that.
Right.
I guess he could say that. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna. Okay. Like I said, if you had them, like, let's just say you built a mansion and you had all of them there with the baby moms, and you stayed there, then you can look at it as like a tribe. Possibly, yeah. But if you got different states and different houses, then how can you be there to raise that child?
But yeah, that's very true. But a lot of them, it would be different if you had all these children by one person. But you're having children by multiple people, and there's them people not going to stay with each other.
Well, hey,
you got that dynamic you got to deal with. So in that case, it's not going to be a case of where we get them all in one house. That's not going to be possible.
So sometimes you have to be like, what do the women value themselves as well? Like, because they know how many kids that they coming with before already. You see,
before we have this. So I'm gonna give you an example. You tell me what you think. You meet a girl. I'm throwing out this scenario for you. You meet a girl. You talk to the girl. Y'all having a good time. And she's like, "Well, so what's going on? How you doing? He's like, how your family?" So you told me, my family good. I got 8 kids, 4 different baby mamas. How you think that would be received? Do you think it'd be received on, okay, great, well, let's have kids too?
Nah. Okay, so if a woman tell me she got 8 kids and she got 4 different baby daddies or something like that, I'm gonna be like, I'm good on that. Like, I'm just not attracted to that. I don't have that. Right. So at least I can say that.
Right, but I'm just saying that in that scenario,
in that scenario,
received as well.
I mean, I'm not going to say that's not a good person. I'm just going to say, what kind of judgment or what do you value at some point?
Right.
Because you got 8 and 4. You could learn at 2, 3, you going for 4. So, I mean, like, what do you value in life? What are you learning? What do you value in men? What do you see? Like, that's what I'm wondering. And if I got to ask that many questions based off of what I see, because I do say what you value can be seen by others.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So,
they say Eddie Murphy just built a mansion big enough for him and all his kids to live with him if they wanted to.
Okay,
I
so
don't
if
know how
they
many
want
kids
to,
I don't know how many kids he got. Do you know how many kids he got?
I don't know. But
think he got
mean,
like 10 or 12.
I don't ever want so many kids that I lose count.
Or names.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like.
Or not know their names.
And I'm going to be honest with you, like, that's why I do sometimes be like, what the hell y'all value? Because, like, with my daughter, right, you be like, man, you don't want nothing happening to her, right? So do I want to multiply that shit times 12?
Right.
Man, I don't want nothing to happen to her. I don't want nothing to happen to him. I don't want nothing to happen to him. I don't want nothing to happen to her. I don't want nothing to happen to him. I don't want nothing to happen to him. I don't want nothing to happen to him. I don't want nothing to happen to her. I don't want nothing to happen to him. And I ain't even say that 12 times yet. You see what I'm saying?
That's a stressful situation.
Hey, bruh, like, and you got to put them all through college or whatever, or make sure that they successful and not. And make sure they don't just value money. See, they got to have some values because they could blow through your money. It's a lot of celebrities that they got some down in the dirt ass kids because they don't value shit.
Right.
But materials and what they can get.
They haven't had to do that because mama and daddy with the money made sure that they didn't want for anything. So they value nothing.
So, all right, I got a couple more things, but I want to go to this, like. All right, men, what do they value as far as like when they looking at a woman? I don't really believe you have to have all this makeup. I don't believe you have to have the BBLs. Like, I value your personality a lot. I value looks as well. You know what I'm saying? But looks as an indication as to what you value. If you value in food over everything, I can see this. You see what I'm saying? God. If you value designer clothes over everything, or
right.
I can tell what you value from time to time. Sometimes by the type of man that they go for.
Okay.
Or the vehicles that they drive.
Okay.
Or what you got to have, what I got to have for you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But it's all in fun and games because look, I value a lot about myself.
Right.
So I'm bringing it too. I'm smelling like designer when I come on the scene. If that's what you hey, but I do think like this now. When it comes to value, I say like good things aren't cheap and cheap things ain't good. Mm-hmm. So that's how I put the value on the material.
I don't think a lot of men are looking for those things that you just said. I think those things are done by women for other women. I don't necessarily know.
Yeah, we not. That's why I'm saying I'm trying to tell them what we value.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. Looks are. Oh, if we see that you look nice or whatever, that we're more likely to approach you. That's because that's the first thing we see. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think now if you just happen to be a beautiful woman with a natural nice body, then jackpot.
That's a plus, exactly, especially if you don't need no makeup.
Right.
Or you ain't got to have, you can have your natural hair. You ain't got to have no chemicals in it for me.
Right.
You got to have no weave. You ain't got to have no lace front, no wigs, no none of that.
Right.
Like, I try to like I say, I value a natural vibe.
Right.
I want you comfortable. I value your peace. So you don't, I do like high maintenance. But high maintenance means you could be high maintenance and be, you know what I'm saying, natural. Like them vegans be high maintenance.
What's going on, Royalty Beautifully events? Yeah, those vegans be high maintenance.
That's what I'm saying. So like
what's Maya? She said she don't like no man who eat meat. She can smell it in your breath when you talk to her.
Wow. All right. So one thing I wanted to let, like an indication of how you tell someone is of value to you.
Okay.
You feel that like you miss them when they gone, or you don't know what you had until they gone. That means that was some value that they brought to you. Some of them a bit that you benefited from.
Yeah, money.
And you can do that. But jobs, a job can miss a person.
You think so?
Did that? Hell yeah.
I don't know about that. Okay,
now.
I don't know about that.
Okay, all right now.
Job miss the person.
They'll miss me.
I don't know.
Okay, so you mean to tell me, let's say if I ain't came in late for 2 years straight, if I ain't never called out, they not gonna miss that? That's not value?
They gonna miss it for 2 seconds.
You right.
They gonna miss it for 2
you right. They gonna try to replace it, but hey.
And they gonna keep trying till they find the right one. Now, I don't think they value us as much as we would want them to. Now,
jobs don't.
No. Okay. We put in a great effort. We put in a great effort to make sure that we maintain the job and that we do a great job because that's for us. But as far as them valuing the effort that we necessarily put forth, they look over that effort as soon as you do one thing wrong. They also look over that effort as soon as you say, you get what I'm saying? So they don't accumulate the good stuff that you've done when the one thing is you may have made one mistake. So no, they don't value like you may think they do.
I mean, but believe it or not, that happens a lot in life. Like, let's say you get a girl flowers every Friday, right? Nothing's really said. You miss a Friday. Oh shit! Oh, something wrong. What's wrong with you? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Then it's a problem. Right. Like I've seen that too. Like I said, you take it away.
Right.
And it's
you may not even take it away. You may just
you just forget.
Or you may forget.
Oh yeah.
Or you may be busy.
Yeah. Or you might be like, what do you value in me?
I mean, if you feel like,
or do you even value it? Because
if you feel like she's taking advantage of it, you're gonna stop doing it.
Well, I can't say this. Like, what other people value, like I say, can affect others as well. So, like, let's say, if you have a bad habit that you value, that definitely can affect others. You see what I'm saying?
Several bad habits.
Hey, well, some people's bad habits is they cheat. And I guess they don't value the woman that they have if they're going to do that.
Most definitely. I don't think that, and I've had this discussion recently. You can't love me and cheat on me because you don't value me enough. I don't think that's possible.
Now, I'm going to say this. Men like to gamble, man. Men like to gamble. They love it. I mean, I'll say this. They could be totally 100% in love with someone and cheat on them because that's stupidity. But guess what?
Right.
Not only do they love that person, but what they love is a particular feeling.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so to get this feeling, they're stupid enough to gamble on the person that they love.
Okay.
But that's where the maturity comes in, and that's where what do you value? Do you value this feeling over more over the person that you're supposed to be loving in your commitment? Meaning, like, you get the same feeling from the girl that you got.
Right.
But people gonna be like, oh no, it's different because it's a different person to see what I'm saying. You know what that feeling is I'm talking about.
It is a difference though.
See?
It's a different person.
But my thing is, do you value that feeling more than you value your commitment?
The person you've grown and built
the
stuff
person that
with.
you're supposed to be loving.
Right.
Because you're going to get that feeling. But it'd be different with other people, but you still gonna get that feeling now.
I get what you're saying, but
are you gonna be greedy and tired of that feeling?
Most people will be. They value the feeling over the person. You know why I say that? Listen to me. Check me out. Check me out.
I'm checking you out.
I feel like people value the feeling of that they're getting from the person they're cheating with more than they value the person that they're supposed to love. Because why are you willing to gamble? So if you love me, you're not gonna gamble. Let's put it this way. If you love me, you're not going to gamble with what we've built for one, and you're not going to gamble with my heart and the way I feel about you for two. Why would you want to hurt me if you love me?
So I was going to say that. I was going to go with the hurt. I was going to go with the hurt. But see, here's the thing. They don't think they're going to get caught, first of all.
Okay.
Then here's another thing. It's a different type of love out there because let's say the love you got for your kids, you're not gonna gamble shit on them, are you?
Right.
But people will gamble on the woman that had the child. See what I'm saying? So my thing is what do you value? They value that feeling more than the commitment. You got to value the commitment. You got to value not hurting your lady more than getting that feeling. If you don't do that, you're gonna always cheat. That's why the man cheat, because of the feeling, and he can't separate. Man, shit. You don't want to feel that way, because a man one of the worst feelings is, okay, how would that same man that cheated on that lady, his wife, if his wife came home and was like, you know what? I just left Earl house. Earl beat that. Earl made me skeet. You never did, man. That man gonna be so hurt, right? But he can cheat, right? But if she say that man gonna be crushed. If she say, Earl, I felt it in my esophagus. but he entered, you know, we were sideways, and it came up in my neck. So Buddy gonna be crushed, right? This man, this same man,
gonna be hurt.
The same man that felt comfortable in cheating, and the same man that say he loved his woman.
Right.
Right.
So that goes to say that still goes to say you are speaking what I'm saying. You can't love me if you're going to cheat on me.
Oh no, he loved, but I mean, so he done had a kid with you. So you mean to tell me these men are having children with women they don't love, bruh? Like these men pillow talking, living off of these women.
Yes. Come on now.
Hey, well, then they deserve the harm that they come to them.
A person will value themselves over you every day, and I don't care if they say they, because I'll tell you why. Because if you're cheating on me, you can't value me for one, and you can't love me for two, because you choose yourself and your feeling first.
Or you can flip it like this: if you cheating on someone that you laying next to, you don't even value yourself. Because you basically turning that person that you have within your household into an enemy. So I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you want the person that you got with you next to you that you sleeping with most fucking comfortable. Because they can unalive your ass or put stuff in your food or bleach all your clothes or put holes in my tires and scratch my beautiful baby outside.
And spray paint cheater
on my baby. See what I'm saying? And I ain't with that.
Yes, they say people don't stop loving you when they cheat. They just missing one thing. I don't care, Slick. If you missing one thing, you need to try to figure out and tell me what it is you missing so I can try to find it.
Slick, this is what I'm trying to figure out, because this a new wave now. Like, the women accepting the cheating now. I mean, like, they just accept the cheating, I guess, because he got enough money or whatever. I don't know what it is now, but they're accepting that. So I'm like, where's the value going now? Like, what do you value in a man if he can cheat?
Right.
And what the hell do we value in women then?
That is cheat.
Bruh. Bruh, like.
You don't want to even fight for me a little bit? Just as long as I pay a couple bills and kick around you good?
I mean, I just think I never got a kick out of hurting someone or destroying them or
the part.
Or you know their feelings to hurt.
You know how much it hurts when you are deeply in love with someone and they cheat on you?
But I don't want to see the one that I'm supposed to be loving crying. Like, you know, you the source of their pain and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of dudes just be out there doing that? Like,
women too. We can't put it out on dudes.
Oh yeah, well, you know,
women.
If you out there, you know, on your knees in front of somebody, and then you want to come back home and blow in your man ear and pillow talk and shit, that ain't cool either.
True.
Smoke blunts with them, but you out there smoking pipe.
Right.
No, you don't do that either. But I mean, a lot of us need relationship etiquette and shit.
Do you think that they value the selfishness of the whole thing, though? The selfishness.
I think they value. Okay, yeah, you might be right now.
Yeah.
The ego values being able to accomplish that bullshit.
Right.
But the selfishness comes in with the pleasure from having the feeling.
That's
you go.
It.
And it's like you'll destroy a whole relationship just for that feeling.
Right.
And then your ego gonna make you do it again, because if you can find somebody new, that's what you're gonna go to.
Mm-hmm.
All the while you sitting at home with somebody that don't know, and if they did it to you,
you'd be hurt.
Yep. And looking like you crying and whack. So I done been cheated on. I don't like that feeling. But
most definitely don't.
I can tell you right now.
I have too, and I don't like it at all, because I'm sitting looking like a duck.
Man, I don't like it to the point wherein I can take it again.
Right.
Like now, it's almost like I'm expecting it to happen.
We said that yesterday on West Side Misfits. You kind of just got to expect it to happen.
Yeah.
You can't expect a loyal, faithful relationship anymore. You got to actually expect it to happen and just keep it pushing. So you won't get crushed when it does.
But I'm not finna sit up and be no creep. I'm like, what you doing? 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 No, none of that now. But if it happened, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. It ain't
because you value your peace your peace of mind over worrying about what this woman doing.
And speaking of that, how I became to or got to being able to value my peace is because through maturity. Like I was telling you offline, man, I get tired of experiencing some of the same bullshit with people over the years, to the point where I value my peace enough to just write them off. Like, there's no need to really know you if every time I'm around or you want to be around me, you're making an equation to benefit off of me before I even get there.
Right.
So you know that friend that'll call you up, be like, hey man, why don't you come through?
Right.
Or I need you to scoop me, man. One favor, man, just to take me to the train station so I can get to work. You scoop them, and then they be like, hey, bro, can you drop me right here to go get some weed?
Right.
Hey, bro, can you take me by the liquor store? Hey, bro, can you do this? Can you do that? I thought you wanted one trip, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, like, then got the nerve to be like, hey, bro, can you help me get in the train station with it? Or something like that. Or you got, like I used an example, bruh, be like, you want to go to the studio, so you get over there.
Stop smacking on no candy for you.
No candy. All right. Okay. So look, you want to go to the studio, and I'm like, man, all right, yeah. So you get over there, try to go to the studio. Next thing you know, the studio ain't over there. It's at another location.
Right.
Then you got to call, you know what I'm saying, to see if you can get into that location.
Right.
So after so many things that just don't go the way that it should, and you on somebody else's dime and time, I value my own peace of mind. I value my own time. I value, you know what I'm saying, actually my own money too much to be involved with someone that doesn't value that in you.
Do you have to sit back and analyze the situation and say, you know, because I've said many a times, I don't want to be friends with anybody that needs me. You get what I'm saying? Now, if we do something together, we kicking it, whatever, that's cool. But I don't want to be friends. I don't want you to need me. I don't want you to need me to do something. I don't want you to need me to take you somewhere. All I want you to do is if you come by the house, we kicking it, we having a good time. You say, I want to eat. Okay, let's go get something to eat. You pay. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't want, like if I volunteer, that's cool. But I don't want you to need it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know friends do stuff for each other all the time. Don't get me wrong. We tight. We like Huck and Finn. We gon' you know what I'm saying? You my man, you my man. But it's not a case of where I'm always doing and you never do. You get what I'm saying? As well, if you go by the wing shop on your way to my house, you like, oh shit, I picked you up some too. Or you call me and say, I'm at the wing shop, man. I'm getting 20. How many you want? Because there's a reciprocation of time and values with each other. We spending time with each other, not on some homo stuff. We just boys. That's just what the fuck we do. Bruh. If you stop to get a drink, some Coronas, you buy Coronas for all of us.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your first mistake. I'm gonna tell you this. I've been there and done that too. What happens is, I learned this by what my daughter said to me about a week or two ago.
Okay.
She was like, when you have good things or something like that, people will become more attracted to you or them, or make more compliments, or make, just, you will attract more attention by it, right?
Okay.
So, not necessarily that you had good things, but you always had the money to provide for yourself in front of your friends.
Right.
So they're gonna automatically think you got it.
Okay.
Which is what always happens to me. I used to be like, man, why the fuck everybody keep asking me for help?
Right.
Why do they keep asking me, can I get this for them? Can I do this? Because every time I want to do something,
I do it.
Every time they around me and I wanted to burn or something, I had it.
Right.
They may not have.
Right.
They ain't got, you know what I'm saying? And so they see this, and then they are comfortable asking me.
Right.
Or they think I have more than enough for them, which I don't. And then it's like, you be feeling like you broke when you gotta ask them.
Right.
They make you feel like you don't have value when you want to either get your shit back.
Right.
Or I'm serious. And then, okay, you said you don't want someone that needs you.
Right.
Well, damn, bruh. Damn near 90% of the people I know need me.
Well, I'm just talking, but not in the general sense. I'm talking about in the actual needing sense.
Yes, I'm talking about in the needing sense. Like, I can scroll through my phone right now and point out maybe 3 or 4 people that need money.
Well, you don't value your then you got to start valuing yourself a little bit more than them people, because you got to be willing to let people go if you feel like every time you pick up the phone and see how they doing, they gonna ask you for money. I'm just saying.
It get kind of tricky, man.
I know it gets tricky, especially if it's family. Like with me, it's family, so it's like you try to avoid it, but then you like, I need to check on see how my family doing. You get what I'm saying? And then when you do that, it's like, oh, by the way, you got $50 for this, or you got $75 for that, or you got $100 for this, and you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you be like, damn, I like. But then you start thinking to yourself, they value me as a family member because I'm able to do, but I can't value them the same way because if I need, they can't do.
So if I'm hungry, I'm like, who the hell do I call, man?
Exactly. Come on now. Now you on the same track I'm on.
But I do have a support group. But you can't tap them all the time.
Right. And you sometimes you don't want to.
No, that's what I'm saying, because then they're gonna be like, what the hell you got going on?
Right.
And then I'd be like, well, damn, I helped this person and that person. Now I ain't got no money.
Right. Then they gonna say, well, why you do that?
And then, I mean, it's just something in me, man, that is making me not just say no. I don't know. I mean, when you know you can help somebody and you don't, that bothers me a lot.
But do you help them to the detriment of you not being able to provide for yourself?
Sometimes.
At what point do you say,
I feel like deserve it?
Well, what point do you say to yourself, I value me being able to eat a little bit more than I value you being able to eat? At what point do you say that? And how do you reconcile?
If it comes down to my daughter needing it or something, I'd be like, man, no, I can't do that. I blame a lot of it on her.
Oh, now official. Now I get that. Now
like, so,
your children and stuff. That's a different.
Yeah.
That's a. We gonna slide them out the equation.
Okay.
We're not talking about our children.
Talking about me.
Right. You get what I'm saying? Because my children, I've done it all my life to where I didn't eat, but I made sure they ate first. You get what I'm saying? That's, to me, that's just automatic as a parent because you never stop. But at the same time, you got to say to yourself, like my children are 35, 34, and 33 years old. So at some point, I got to say, you know, dang, they got to get it how they live a little bit.
So I think part of my problem, the biggest part of this, because I've looked at it like I think I do have an issue with this, is that I have the mentality of I can make it back because I do.
Right. No, that's not the problem though.
But see, no. Part of it is because, see, if I give to someone and I don't think I could ever make it back, I ain't gonna give it to you.
Okay.
But see, I'm like, okay, you need $50, man. Let's say I got 100. I give you the 50. But now I gotta go 2 weeks. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So within them 2 weeks, I know I can still make something. I can make more to add on to that 50 real quick. So by the time that check hit or wherever my, consistent source of income is coming in, I can re-up off of it. But I almost sacked myself if you look at it. I just gave you half of what I had.
Right.
With no questions asked. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No hesitation in thought. And that's kind of how I think. And so it's like, I don't stop that much because the universe will double it sometimes. You see what I'm saying? But it's almost like you really want to raise your blood pressure just to double it.
Right.
It's like, it's just like gambling. Shit. I mean, if I give you all my money now, I'm going to get it back, but I don't know how, I don't know when, but I know it's coming.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
And then it's like, how hard do I have to struggle before it get to me? Or there have been times where it's funny because I'll give somebody some money. They'll be like, man, I'm hungry. I need to eat. And they'll show me a picture of something that just got fucked up or something. And so I shoot them some money. And then next thing you know, I'm like, damn, now I'm low. And then next thing you know, I'm in line. And then this lady just be like, hey, what's up? And put $20 in my pocket for me to go eat. You see what I'm saying? I got people that look out for me like that. Or I'm in line and the cashier, I'm like, hey man, I hope I might just say a joke like, but I hope my card don't decline today. She was like, oh, it's like that. Oh, you good?
Oh, okay.
You see something like that, or I can tell them sometimes, hey man, look, I'm struggling today. I broke out the dollars or the coins, and they'd be like, just give me $2, but you got $9 to $10 worth of food. So when you help people, it comes back. You know, it's like the universe values that. You know what I'm saying?
I give you that. I give you that. I've helped some people, and I felt like things lined up after I did it. So, but we're talking about, like say said, people will use you. Will use you because they know that you're going to say yes. Like they know it. Like they don't. Let me give you a good example. A person doesn't value your money and your time, but they don't have any other options, or you're the first option because you're going to say yes. So they're not going to use any other options or call any other people. Like they're not going to be like, well, I called those yesterday, so let me call Frank today and see what he got, and then wait till I call 5 or 6 people before I call those stuff. You get what I'm saying? Before I call him, because they gonna be like, he said yes yesterday, so he may say yes today. I'm gonna call him first.
So whether I'm the first option, third, fourth, fifth option, it doesn't matter because karma's gonna be first with me.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Like it's gonna supersede all that. Like I have the final decision of whether I'm gonna give it to him or not.
Right.
And that's attached and linked to me. So basically what I can do is I can punish them if I wanted to.
Right.
And you know how you can punish them, just don't answer, don't give it to them ever again.
Right.
Or I can let them know I read through that. See, like you're not winning when you take advantage of someone that know you taking advantage of them.
Right.
Seriously. Like out of the kindness of my heart, I just don't roast half the people that do the shit.
Right.
But I can, but I mean, who would I be? Like, why would I give it to you if I want to do that?
So you figure that I could do it this way, but my blessings may come through this, so I need to do it this way.
I don't even do it for no blessings. I just notice the blessings be coming.
Right.
Seriously though, I do it because it's a conscience in me. Like my conscience to me might be different than your conscience. Like my conscience is almost like a person, which is it's to other people. Mine clicks a lot. It talks a lot. It's more rational. It's more like, man, just help that person go ahead and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? Or it'll calculate it. Can I like do? Yeah, I can actually afford. You know what I'm saying? And then I do it. Sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes I got it and I don't want to.
Right.
I don't. Sometimes I got it and I want to and I do.
Right.
It just depends on my vibe. It depends on
the vibe I get from you when you ask me.
Or like exactly, or who you are, or the situation I'm in. Like if I got $5 to my name, I just can't do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There almost was a time though where I borrowed from somebody else and gave it to them, and I still didn't have anything.
Right. I get what you're saying.
I just made it happen. You see what I'm saying? So,
Slick says, but you don't want to only be relevant when they need something. Do you feel like that's the only time that you're relevant?
No, because you in their conscience, if every time they need something you pop up, you more than relevant. It's just they don't want to admit it, or it's something that, you know what I'm saying, could be a little bit of jealousy going on or something, or could just be, if you gotta have a strategy every time you approach me, I'm on your mind.
What's the strategy?
The strategy be like, you know how they do, they just don't come out. Hey man, I need $50 or $100.
Right.
How you doing there?
I would rather them do that.
What's going on?
I would rather them say I just need $50.
Yeah, me too. And
Let's
I know what they're gonna get up to because of how the conversation go. But
don't dance around this bullshit.
But
Let's
see,
get
here's
to
the
it.
thing. No. See, now we getting to it. Okay.
Value my time.
I value people's feelings and emotions as well.
Okay.
And I value the relationship that I set up.
Okay.
So, what I'm trying to say is, sometimes if you make people go straight to the point like that, then they hurt, because it's like they want to lead up They want to sell it to you. They want to give you the story to make it more acceptable for what they're trying to do. As opposed to, hey man, next time you seem insensitive when you be like, spare me all that you just got a flat tire and you paid for your daughter to do this and that, and just ask me for the money.
Right.
Like, nobody want to. Okay, that's great, because guess what? They probably won't ask you for the money no more, and that's how you want it too. See, I like that now. You just made me think of something.
Right. Let's just get to it. Let's just cut this.
But see, they not.
Because
that's like brash.
Don't dance around it. Don't get to. I already know what you're coming for. Like you say, when you know already, you know already. Don't come around because why? I'm gonna give you a good example as to why, and you agree or disagree after what I say. Because they haven't called you nan time. 3 or 4 weeks then went by, and then all of a sudden out of the blue, how you doing? What's going on? And the last time they called you, they said exactly the same thing. So let's cut through all the BS. What you want?
I mean, you know, if you already know that, then you don't answer that. See what I'm saying? That's value in your piece. Say,
so if they don't ask, they just finessing you.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't finesse me.
I mean, but you know, finesse me, man. Go ahead, man, because
you and I think differently on that one, then. I don't want to be finessed. Let's just get to it so I can say yay or nay.
Here's the thing, though. The finesse shows that you have power over them. Because they have to try to please you.
Don't the yay or nay show that too? Because regardless to what you do.
But no. But how they come to you definitely means something. Because see, the more destitute I am, the more aggressive I am with I needed shit. Like
if you need it, you need it. Destitution has nothing to do with
shit me. Because if I let's say
at this particular point, when you're coming to ask me, you're destitute.
I'll put it to you like this. No, I'll put it to you like this, right? All right, so let's say I need $50 by 12 tonight, right? But I started out at 1 p.m. needing it. I'm gonna be a little bit calm at 1 something. Hey man, hey lad, what up, man? You got that $50 or whatever? But okay, you see what I'm saying? Or can I borrow? Or you know what? Guess what, bro? I was you know, this and that and this and that, and then I can use the 50. Okay, but by 10 o'clock, if I ain't got it, it's like, fuck it. I'm just gonna have to ask. You see what I'm saying? Lab, let me get this 50, man. I might not even say what I need it for. Let me get 50. I'll get it back to you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's how I am. But now I got tact when I got time.
The only thing that's changed, bro. The only thing that's changed. It's not the destitution that's changed.
I got you. It's the time. Huh?
Right. The time has changed. And I forget what they call it. But the time has changed, and the need and the need of it has changed. I forget. I'm sorry. It was on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, the destitution has changed because you were still destitute at 1 o'clock because you needed it.
Okay, so when I said that,
desperate, you're more desperate at 10 o'clock than you were at 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
But, hey,
so your
man,
desperation has changed.
Time, man.
Your destitution has not changed. The desperation on your mind has changed because at 1 o'clock you like, yeah, okay, whatever, and you ain't got it by 10 o'clock. Now you're desperate.
11:59, you like click clack.
Right.
Man, just go ahead and run it.
Right.
Run that wallet real quick, bro.
Your desperation has changed, not your destitution, because you still needed it the same between 1 and 12.
So when I said about value, like you're a valued person if they're gone and you miss it, you know, that brings me to kind of like, what do others see when they look at you and your actions? Or we can say like, how do others feel after interacting with you? Do you think that is a sign of you have some type of value towards them?
Or do they have value? Well, I guess it will have to depend on how they see you. Because if they see you as someone who, like you said, like you bring roses all the time, and then you start bringing roses, and they like, what's going on? It may not be that they value you before bringing the roses. They may be valuing you because, how do I put it? I'm trying to put it in a way. Because that's something that you always have done, so they expect it. Their expectation may be different than their value. They may expect you to do something because you've always done it, and then when you stop, it becomes a problem because they expect it out of you. You get what I'm saying? The expectation has nothing to do with value.
Yeah,
you created the value
by
doing it, but they expect you to do it now because you've always done it.
Okay. I just think others' actions have value to it in situations. It's always, I think, of value to see someone help the elderly, help the youth as well, like the kids that can't do something for themselves, or like I think a valued trait in a valuable person would be like a mentor.
Right.
As far as those actions. And I get into that because when we were offline, I was talking about how, one, I don't like to be talking about how single mothers raise their kids. But if I do see something that I think, man, it just draws a red flag all the way around, then I'll discuss it. This example was, we at the China Cafe. We at the China Cafe on MLK. So we in the hood.
Okay.
So you know how many asses sit on them wooden seats.
Right.
So this lady gonna have her son biting the seats like with his mouth, his teeth pulling cotton up out of the seats that people sit their funky ass on.
Oh wow.
All right. Then he running back and forth, jumping on and off the couch. All right, so
has she said anything to him?
Nah, she didn't say. She asked him what flavor did he want.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So now my thing is, if you're gonna allow this man to put his mouth
on a nasty
on the inside, first of all, the couch bust open because he putting it in the, you know. All right, then you're not even saying anything about that. Then he running all around. I'm already looking at like, what kind of value?
Right. Are you instilling in this child?
Okay. So now they get the wings and they sitting down.
On the couch that he's bit up?
No. They move from that. And they sit in a wooden chair now. He can't bite that. They're going to be toothless.
Right.
So, with that being said, I'm hearing the conversation because the mother never got off the phone.
Oh,
so that's another thing I was going to say, man. Like, if I'm in a public place and I'm raising my child, man, I wasn't on no phone. I'm paying attention to what we got going on. But we talked about that before anyway.
But let's 1 second. When you're in a public place and you're on your phone and you talking loud, then that means you don't value the people in that public.
Yep.
Because I don't want to hear your conversation.
I can hear it all.
Slick say this all the time.
Yep.
They talking too loud. They being extra loud on the phone. It's 15 of us in here, and you just talking all excessively.
They don't value my peace and they don't value my space. So, with that being said, I heard the conversation, right?
Slick said, I bet she was on her phone. Yes,
yeah, she was on her phone.
You know, Instagram a little slower than.
Exactly. So, when she's having this conversation, and the little boy's sitting down eating his wings or whatever, I can hear it. Everybody can hear it in the damn. All right. So she's saying stuff like, yeah, girl, he ain't shit. Hey, baby, that he don't even want to come see him or pick him up. But yeah, girl, I got this job. I'm finna celebrate. So the little boy say, ooh, I'm finna celebrate.
Right.
Okay. Then she was like, yeah, man, I can only work 3 days out the week. 3 days out the week, the little boy said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he over there with some kind of girl. I don't know. He don't want to spend no time with me or see his kids. He ain't about shit over there with that other girl. And then something about, I guess she thinks she cuter than me. And then the little boy said, I think you cute, mama.
Oh. So
all right, now,
he listens to everything she's saying.
But she cursing in there. And she talking back, you know, she's saying negative things in there. He didn't repeat that.
Right.
But he heard it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So how he processed that.
So he devalues this man. I'm just saying.
Right.
So I'm like, I get a clear picture of why certain people are how they are when they grow up. I see now why certain people are complaining about said people because they being raised a certain way.
Right.
Like this man ain't gonna know right from wrong damn near if his mama letting him eat a couch. Seriously. I mean seriously. Then the dad don't want to see him. You know,
Right.
and you saying this where he can hear it.
Right. So he know that this is what's going on.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So, I mean, like, I don't get it, but thank goodness I came from a generation of parents that install some value.
You didn't embarrass your parents in the public. If we,
Oh, fuck no.
when I was growing up, my grandmama, I ain't never get no whoopings, but I knew not. It's just like we knew better though. Think about that. Like we knew better. We just knew better. Like I didn't never embarrass my grandmama like around those strangers. I don't think. Cause I just knew better. Like that's my grandmama. I love her. I don't want. You know what I'm saying? I love Mama dear. I ain't gonna. I might be smart mouth at other places like in around family, but pretty much around in public, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, so I kind of want to piggyback a little bit or go back to when you were saying that you didn't really want like someone that needed you, kind of
Right.
like, and I like that too. But I was gonna say I find it funny because people like that. They kind of like need you all the time. They be the same ones that'll say keep your plans and goals to yourself, don't they?
Right,
And don't
right.
tell nobody your plans and your
Right,
goals and all
right,
that.
right.
But be quick to tell you their damn problems, don't they?
Right,
So there
right.
you go. You get to know their business with all their problems and try to solve all their problems. But their goals and their plans and the good shit, you don't get to know.
They don't tell you
So
none of
my
that.
thing is, do they value you?
Or do they value what you can do for them?
Well, obviously they can.
They value what
If they're gonna tell you the problem,
Right.
Okay, so how come you can't be part of the plan and the goal?
Exactly.
I mean-
Exactly. They damn sure gonna tell you all the problems so you can help solve that. But they got a plan and the goal that may make millions. They ain't letting you know none of that.
Man, and see, sometimes you do have to say your plans and your goals. It's just who you tell them to,
Right, right.
which is the most important. You know what I'm saying? You don't tell them
And
to
when I
just,
say I don't want nobody to need me, I don't want it to be an aspect of. I mean, if you need me, you need me. If I feel like you need me, you there, and I feel like you're gonna be there for me, then that's what it is. But I'm talking about just in the general sense of we become friends. We're friends. We're doing everything we can, and there's never a time in the friendship where you are able to do
anything for yeah.
or do for us
Yeah.
as a band group or duo, or not even that. It's just be a friend. Just you know what I'm saying. I don't want to feel like if I'm around you, eventually you're gonna ask for something.
So this is tricky right here because I'm with you on that, and a lot of women sometimes, let's say, I'm valued like the boyfriend, but I'm not treated like that. Meaning, like, if if you're a female and you my friend, but you got a man, don't try to get me to do things that he should be doing on behalf of the friendship. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause to me that's like having your cake and eating it too. And then I'm seriously, and then it's like, so what do you value in the man that you got where I have to do this when he should be doing?
But that goes to this. I just want you to think about it while you're talking about that. Do you think women are valued more than men?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Well, I think it's half and half. It's a double-edged sword.
Let's put it within the relationship. Whatever the ship is.
All right, so this is how you got it. This is the contradictory to it.
So they say you don't want a woman to call you only when bills are due.
Women can be considered, I would say, more valuable than men if we're gonna do it money-wise, right? What do men throw at women? Money.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
what are women throwing at men? They ain't throwing money at men,
Why
so
is that
my
the
man
case,
got to
though?
get the damn money.
Why is that the case? Who sets the trend on that?
Shit.
Who sets the tone of the relationship most
The
of the
man
time?
set the trend on that with his whack ass because he couldn't get the woman with his game and his looks, so he got to buy the woman.
Well,
So us players don't really like that shit because we take care of our women anyway, and we will spend money on our women anyway.
Most definitely.
But we not trying to trick the women out, man, and buy them and turn them into hoes like how y'all have done.
but
See
you
what I'm
know
saying?
the player has been outshadowed by the
the
buyer.
by the buyer,
Right.
or the scrub, or the creep. The dude that ain't gotta buy that
just have a
shit.
conversation with a woman, have a good conversation, and have a an intellectual conversation because those things are not valued anymore.
Nah.
Reading and knowing a little something and being able to articulate what's on your mind is not necessarily valued anymore. I don't need, like, most women don't want you to articulate. Only thing they want you to articulate is them
your
bills
bank account
and that damn rent that's due.
But see, here's the thing.
Oh, that new thing. What's that new thing? Paying all my bills.
Yeah,
paying everything for me.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. They flip-flop from that after they get it, after they been ran through and used by the dude that they thought had the money. I mean, like, I'm in a space now where I'm attracting now, thank goodness, women that got it.
Right. Say now, that's good.
So my thing is, a woman that got it don't think like that. See, it's these young people and these people trying to fad that. This shit is trending, bro. This shit ain't reality to me.
Right.
This shit don't make sense. It's not logical. It's not. I tell everybody all the time. It's not life in y'all.
Right.
Cause I tell everybody all the time. First of all, I have a daughter, man. And do you think I'm training and teaching and telling my daughter, hey, what you need to be doing is telling that man to pay for it all? What I'm telling her is get your money, get your education, so you don't need to depend on a man financially. I didn't say you don't need a man. I said you don't need to depend on me financially as well. You don't need to depend on your mama financially.
Right.
You want to be able to depend on yourself. It's not for no ego. It's not for no bragging rights. It's for being a damn adult. It's for being able to survive. It's for waking up in the goddamn middle of the night and saying, I'm hungry. You know what? I don't have to sleep with him to get this shit. I don't have to call my daddy to get this shit. I can just swipe my card. I can go Uber Eats. I can do whatever I want to, but I can eat. Damn, man, I don't get it, man. Y'all women and you men act like you can't do shit for yourself. Like, you in the house with a fucking dirty ass sink until a woman come in there and clean it or something, my dog.
Right.
Like, if you want the woman to come in there, your shit need to be clean from the jump.
That's not player no more, dog.
That's not, hey, man, player to me is a woman get in there and she ain't got to do shit but just chill damn near. Be like, hey.
But you can't cook a meal and talk to her. Well, no, I used to cook. Like,
yeah, I know, yeah. Like, cooking for used to be real player. Now it's like, bruh.
That ain't player no more.
Well, look, first of all, I don't let these young bucks define what the hell I got going on.
So they say if she got a man, she should be asking you for shit.
Well, see, my thing is this.
You know, women,
here's the thing.
They placate that beauty.
If both people value each other in a relationship, you supposed to be able to ask each other for whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
Cause love, first of all.
We talking about the friendship though.
Oh, well, a friendship, no. I mean, it has some boundaries.
Right.
God damn, man, I got, Skittles, boy.
Skittles, but, your ass up.
Hey, man, something. It could be the fan blowing down my face or something. I don't know. But, all I'm saying is like, now, that friendship shit got to go. Like, I don't understand where you demanding it all as a friend. Or the value that you demanded from the man as a friend. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, shit, you get a value meal. Maybe.
Supersize.
Something, man. Good Lord. Oh, and with that being said, now, here we go. Because I know we're going to be able to talk about this for a second. And I'm drawing a line under this bitch. Money does not make you valuable, first of all. It just means you can buy a lot of shit.
Well, see, I say it's some lame ass niggas with money.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. And that's why the game messed up.
Right.
But see, if you have money and you have values, now you can do something.
Right.
Because you can help a whole bunch of people. You can change a whole bunch of shit. But when you think you valuable because you have the money, but you ain't got no value, now guess what you do? You go buy Louis purses and shit, and you try, and you think that's cool.
You try to make yourself look valuable.
Yeah, you dip yourself. You dip yourself in diamonds and shit. You start seeing how much stupid shit you can buy. Or you think your net worth makes you valuable. But you be investigated by the feds. Right. You see what I'm saying? And you do crazy shit to people and kids, but your net worth is up there. So
they say if we friends and you keep asking me for shit, You finna have to work that money off.
Oh, man, Slick, you ain't never lied. Because, see, that's what I be wanting these women to understand.
Right. I gotta get something from you.
Now, okay, you asking me for all this money,
right.
And guess what I do with my money?
Right.
I either spend it on me, or I spend it to go out on a date,
right.
And have some fun.
Right.
So, you taking my have some fun money away from me. How many times you gonna do that and I ain't gonna have no fun?
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's,
Right.
hey, man, I really don't want to say what I want to say on here because you keep asking for some money. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna have to come on over here and get on your knees right quick. And you gonna, and then when you finish, I cash
I
out
need you to pay up.
Yeah, I got some knee pads for you too.
Right.
Because my thing is, I don't call them and ask them for no money.
Right.
And if I did, what would I have to do for it?
Right.
I'm just saying.
You have to build a car.
To do something.
From scratch.
They just ain't gonna be wanting to give it to me.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, it's hard to. I first of all, I don't like borrowing from nobody, but it's hard to borrow money from a woman. It's hard for me to even fix my face, my mouth to even get the words out.
But you see how that is though. It's hard for you to. It's hard for me. It should be hard for men to really borrow money from women. Like, I don't even borrow money. If I could, I try everything in my
Me too.
my soul.
Me too. I skip a few meals.
A woman to buy me or get me anything. If I'm in Walmart and the woman I'm with in Walmart, she buy deodorant, she asks me for deodorant, I'll be like, nah, I'm good. Cause I won't get it myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you buying me anything. So I don't think that. And to get them, to be honest with you, it's probably not fair because she's not gonna hesitate to ask me. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, clearly. Oh yeah. If a woman wants something, they're just gonna ask for it.
Right.
But see, this is what I had to tell this young lady the other day, because she couldn't understand why a man would like just give her some money without asking for anything. You see what I'm saying? And in a time when she really needed it, though.
He back building.
All right, no, listen, yeah, that, but listen, like, I said this, I was like, man, if a man really love you or want to be with you, he gonna support you, like, he gonna do that, like, you gonna get the money, he ain't gonna ask for it back, he ain't gonna, like, a man that love you not gonna be like you need to get on your back,
right.
But now, here go the thing, once again, like we just said, there's boundaries, you can't just keep asking that same man for that shit,
right.
You know what I'm saying, and either not pay him back or... You see,
he's trying to pay him back.
Yeah. If you're not gonna pay him back, then at some point you have to stop asking, or you have to give up something.
Right.
But if you're gonna pay him back, you can ask all the time.
Right. If you paying him back and everything, it is what it is at that point.
I'm thinking like really what I'm seeing in today's times is this is really boiling down to we valuing materials over the enlightenment. And that's age old. I separated the family and the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just got straight to the materialism over the enlightenment. Don't nobody want to know nothing no more. And they already think they know everything that they know and they need to know anyway, and they don't.
Right.
But people would rather just have money, have watches, clothes, cars, all this other kind of shit, rather than
knowledge,
basically
knowledge of self.
And sometimes rather than some people don't even want to know how you got it, they just want it.
You're right. Nobody wants to read nothing that's not on the internet, on social media. Nobody wants to discover anything new.
Nobody wants to take their time.
And to be honest with you, YouTube has a lot of informational things. There's a lot of documentaries on YouTube, a lot of things you can learn on YouTube. It's not just pop the balloon type shit.
Oh, and pop the balloon. Hey, them, man, look here, bro. You said something when you said
it ain't just pop the balloon.
Pop the balloon and who can create the latest dance to the next TikTok.
I learned something on there today where they said how Walmart keeps the prices up. Like when you go to Walmart, you may see the meat be $150 or $21 an ounce or a pound, whatever the case may be, and then the price of it is like $15. But when you go to the register, they charge you $21 an ounce or $21 a pound. So the price has dropped, but you're still paying the same price because you're getting the sale price, but you're paying more per pound. You're paying more pounds. So like if it's like say if it's 15 pounds for $15 on the pack, when you go to the register, it's gonna be 21 pounds.
So my thing is,
you get what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, I mean, but
so I learned that today. Like you learn little stuff, and you should want to know these little things. So now when I go to the store and I get something that's weighed by scale, I'm gonna look at it.
Oh, clearly.
Right.
Yeah. So anytime you can see you can learn something, man, on these little apps right here, it's always wonderful. Cause lately, man, I've been seeing what you've been seeing. And I just been seeing some stupid things, funny things, whatever. But I've been looking through skits and things because value wise, people have been seeing my value as far as how I lead. My value is like when I was telling you, networking and communicating and putting this media team together. Well, remember when I was like, I want to try to merge with those. Well, it's happening.
It's happening. Okay.
Yeah, I got a meeting sometime this week with Mr. Justin Jackson. You know what I'm saying, and talk about trying to develop more of a role in some of his skits, and possibly, him helping me with some of the things that I got going on with my media group.
Okay.
So, which once again, of value. That's how I bring value to my group, value to my team.
Well, let me ask you a question as a creative. How much time and energy do you put in valuing time and space to be creative? Like, not necessarily with your group and doing things like that. How much do you think people put time into you having that time and space to be creative? Because being creative is not necessarily just thinking of something to do. Because you can think of something to do, but you got to have, for one, you got to release the stuff and start to, we get tied up into this whole thing as a creative of keeping things and not releasing them to the world because we want it to be perfect, and it will never happen. So as a creative, how do you spend time, not just necessarily on the group thing, but as your own individual creative spirit and body, how much do you value having time to just take in what's coming to you as in a creative space, and organizing those things to where you can figure out the value of this? Like, say if you want to write a book, you're like, okay, I can't write a book right now. Let me put that on the back burner. But I can. You get what I'm saying? Like, organizing all because as creatives, we can't tend to have too many creative things. We can't be trying to do
exactly
too many creative
where
things.
You're going. So, well, one thing is I had to understand my mind is always thinking. So that's actually perfect for what I do, because if my mind is always thinking, then I can always create. I can use that power, that thinking power, and focus it on my art. Another thing that I had to do is, it's funny you said that, but I had to reach a threshold of where I was going to think either you in or you out.
Right.
So when you say you in or you out, either I'm gonna be this artist, be into this entertainment field, and this is my life and this is what I do, or you're gonna half-ass it and miss out. So in other words, when you cross that threshold, then everyone that meets you know that that's what you do.
Right.
If you don't put it out there like that, then you're blocking your blessings.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So now that everybody that knows me know that this is what I do, you're working on it every day.
Okay.
Inadvertently.
Okay.
Another thing is this podcast. I said I got a lot I want to do.
Right.
A lot I want to say. I can't put it all on a t-shirt. I can't put it all in a song.
Right.
I can't put it all in a book.
Right.
I can't put it all on film. So this is what this is for.
Right.
Also, time consuming. It takes time for me to get all these projects off. But I want to be seen and I want to do something and I want to be constructive in the meantime.
Right.
Do they see me? Do they hear me now?
Right. Most definitely.
So now how you make everything come together is, once I finish a particular song that I really, really like, that I might want the public to hear, I can come in and I can play it on this channel. I can say it on here. I can drop a video on YouTube with it and all of that. But have the people missed me while I'm working on it?
Right.
No, they seeing me right now. So strategically, I had to see how can I be relevant and how can I get some of my artistic creativity and talent off while I'm still working on the bulk of what I really want to do.
Okay.
And this is one of them.
Okay.
Another one they're gonna start seeing because it'll be in what I'm wearing.
Okay.
So that's coming. And it's still gonna be on this platform.
Right.
So now, bow, 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay.
They already hearing some of it when they hear the intro. That's
Okay.
a song. I did that. So you hearing something that I do.
Uh-huh.
So one of my friends, bless her heart, she was like, she said something and she was making a reference to it. Yeah, like I got pounds of it, liters of it, grams of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I started laughing, you know what I'm saying? Because I know where she got that from.
Right.
It's my song. So it's like, patient without procrastination.
Mm-hmm.
I value quality over quantity and over rushing something.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So to me, man, also what we were talking about, once you living in your purpose, I don't really care anymore whether people get it when they want to get it or they get it or not, because I'm happy doing it.
Okay.
Like, okay, I finally got to the point where if I want to record, boom, I hit somebody up. I can get people in there with me. I can get my song done. I'm good.
Right.
Now, it's what you say. I got phases. So phase 1 was the getting it done.
Okay.
Phase 2 will be the promoting it.
Okay.
And now that's a purpose too.
Uh-huh.
So now I'll do less of the forming it and producing it and more of the promoting it. Then you get to see Sharpshooter in promotion form.
Okay.
Where you see me with my shirts on all the time. You see me with the cardboard cutouts. You see me with the trading cards and stickers. You hear my music. You see what I'm saying? That's coming. But it's a phase. It's in the phase is still part of my purpose. Then there's a phase 3.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Phase 3 may be, I done got so big now that you seeing celebrities in this bitch with me. You see what I'm saying? Or phase 3 is I can walk up to a politician and be like, hey, why don't we be doing, why don't y'all do this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you got people voting for you, what do you really do?
Okay.
And I can,
So your creative flow, your creative space is basically valued in segments.
Yeah, tiers to it.
Tiers. Okay.
Goals of success. Like you should never set a goal or a dream so high that it'll take you, let's just say, 1,000 years to do it.
Okay.
Like set it up in stages and phases where you can get to it. Okay, so let's say if my goal was to be popular or be seen or be famous, which it ain't, I'm somewhat there with this.
Okay.
Okay, now branch off of this and do something else.
Okay.
See, branch off of that, do something else, do something else, do something else. And then eventually you may reach that. But if you just be like, hey man, my goal is to have 700 million fans, and you don't have a tier process to do it,
you may not ever get there. Okay.
you know what I'm saying? It sounds kind of crazy, unrealistic. What? How would you get there?
Right.
You know, but
So you think everybody needs to really assess what they value the most on an everyday basis?
it can help
Right.
because you'll start taking things out your life that you don't really need.
Right. You may think you value it, but once you assess the situation and assess what value it brings to you.
I'm gonna give you a good thing. Yeah, I'm gonna end. This will be my ending story.
Okay.
One of my best friends, bless her sweet little heart, wrecked her car a little bit, and she was just like, I want to cry. And I'm like, man, you value that car over your damn body and your mind and your peace? Like, you gonna stress out and cry about the car. It's done, right? So if you feel like that, every time you see it, you're gonna be sad, sad, sad. You're gonna have a sad life, a sad day, could possibly block blessings and energy coming from you because you're thinking about that damn bumper on that car.
Right.
I said, now, once that you think about, I said, well, why don't you focus on the friend that gave you $100 so you can eat now?
Right.
Focus on the friend that said you can use their car till you get yours fixed.
Right.
Focus on the fact that you got people that love you in your corner that's willing to help you.
Right.
I said, baby, you beautiful as fuck. that car don't define you.
Right.
Like when you get out of that car, it's like, damn, ain't nobody thinking about that. And when you start flipping the perspective of who values you and what you value more, then you not sad about that shit. Right. Now I say that and I can go out there right now and my car fucked up. Hey, you already know that.
Your ass gonna be
like, yeah. Hey, look, hold up. I'm gonna be mad as hell, right?
Right.
But then I'm gonna be like, you know what? This make me value my job more. It made me value my insurance.
Right.
I'm gonna take my own fucking advice. I'm gonna value my own advice. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna be pissed. And I'm gonna go get that thing again, though.
Right,
I'm gonna go get it fixed.
And
then I'm gonna be calm, and then I'm gonna have my peace again.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But the difference of what I just said, I said she had someone that could give her this, willing to let her borrow that.
Right.
I might not have it.
Right.
For my peace of mind and I might not have friends that'll come in the clutch to me like that, but I still gotta value my peace of mind enough to just calm my ass down
and figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah. So with that being said, I value time, I value family, I value character. I'm more considerate about people, you know what I'm saying? I value all of that over money, man. So I keep people that kind of value the same around me. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'ma catch y'all next week. This Shootah dosed up. I'm out. Yeah. Shit. Grams leaders CC's pounds.
Close cash, close call, close encounter, close up, pounds of liters of grams, get your dosed up, cut this up, post up, and get dosed up. This for them voted like the move and make the most of. Monday night at 8, I can't wait to set you straight. These opinions and debates for them folk they can't relate. I gotta elevate your mind through these signs of the time. Dishing out that medication for that deaf, dumb and blind. And I ain't hard to find, you can catch me in no trenches. I do the groundwork and I ain't waiting on no sense. I be touching on them topics politicians feel to mention. And I don't vote for nobody that ain't got good intentions. I'm relentless for my people and I'm here to make a change. I got that truth serum hooked directly through your veins. Hey, this is for my people, tune in, catch a close up, close up, close up, a close up, grams of it, tune in, liters of it, close up, pounds of it, yeah.